Well, hello. It's been a very long time since I've done a live haul. I've been so ridiculously busy, I really haven't had the time, which is awful, isn't it? I love watching other people's hauls while I'm working as well, so I thought only fair. Been out this morning, didn't need stock, isn't that always the story? Um, and came up with a few nice bits and pieces. I don't tend to go to the charity shops outside my area much because it's boot fair season and there are things to be bought. Quick wave. I'm on. Hello. I know Keith's here. Yeah. So, hello and welcome. I have got some goodies. Not a lot, admittedly, but as I said, I don't need a great deal of stock. But I went to see my ladies in one particular shop that I felt a bit bad for not having gone to for a while because their stock has been shocking. So I thought, it's not far, it's a nice day, I'll go out. Didn't get very much in there, to be honest, but found out which day to go to see their jewellery. Oh, hello, Lex. I've been watching your hauls and things and thinking, I really should put something out there because people will think I've died or got swept by my broomstick or something like that. It's not all jewellery though, sadly. Like I need jewellery. But, here's the other bit. Here's the wrestling. And I don't suppose Carl will be watching this because A, it's closed and B, she's working. But I managed to catch up because I've been away for a while. I managed to catch up on some of her videos and couldn't agree more wholeheartedly with what she had to say about the way people sometimes comment and perhaps the tone isn't quite right. So be nice to Carla. Well, you'll have me to deal with. And Legs. Well, in my little ladies' charity shop, I came up with three things. I don't know. What did I pay for this? I paid £1 for this. It's not amber, but I will test it to see if it could be Bakelite or something because it was £1 and it has a very old, kind of very roundy clasp, kind of unusual style clasp. But it had a bit of interestingness about it. There we go. A bit like a trombone clasp, I suppose, but it isn't that. It's called something else. Yeah, I will get some lunch, but we're having flooring put down in the kitchen, so I can't get in there. So I'll do something to distract myself from the fact I'm gnawingly hungry and I could eat my own arm. So there we go, nice little. It's not as yellow as it's coming up on the screen, but it is a sort of egg yolky type of colour. But I don't know if anyone can see because I'm really bad at being able to show off jewellery. It has got sort of texture inside it, so it's not a smooth thing, but we'll have a look at that. Does it smell? I can never get amber to smell. Don't know, probably not. But one of the reasons I picked it up is I couldn't see or feel seams. If it's got seams, then clearly it's moulded and it's going to be plastic, and probably not such good quality. So we'll have a look at that. The other thing I picked up for, I paid £1.50 for this. I think it's silver plated, but I like the style. I love this Greek key sort of square spiral. Is that the right word? It just seemed quite nice. I can't see any marks on it or makers. But then I don't always have my glasses with me but these things are quite nice. They're very classic, very 70s, very stylish. Love it. Of course, the best thing I found, and they know this was silver, and they had it priced at $9.25 silver Mexican, £3. Yes, please, don't mind paying £3 for silver. Can I get the damn thing off its thing though? Probably not. Oops. This I've had others like this. This is quite a sizable necklace. It's got chips of abalone, I believe. There we go, show you all properly. Little fella carrying something on his back. It's just nicely textured and it can be worn as a chain, and it has some marks there which I know are almost impossible to see, but that does say made in Mexico, and there's some marks, and there is a 925 in there. Squirrel. Ooh, shiny. Yes, this was very shiny and caught my attention. I've now found out. That needs fixing then. That's clever. How did they get that on? It's the it's one of these sort of clasps, but as you can see, it doesn't quite open up very well. Needs a bit of a... So how did they get it on the card then? Can't do it back up again. That's clever. Maybe if I go that way around. Anyway, I'll sort it. Otherwise it'll get sold as a pendant, but it's still silver and it's still rather nice. And this lovely lady was telling me how she takes all the jewellery home and cleans it and polishes it. And then there's a certain day she's going to put it out. So I will be going back on that certain day. Because if she prices decently, then that makes it worth the trip. So that was one. So I thought, well, I didn't get much. As we're halfway to the other shop, let's go to the other shop. And then the stuff wasn't so shiny. Sorry, Lex. But I saw this outside. And it doesn't look much, does it really? It's very, it's a hold-all. But it is actually leather suede. And it was £2. It's not a particular brand. But it's a nice quality thing. There's the little things you can put straps with it and show you it properly. Of course, those look very sad when they've got nothing in them, don't they? Yeah, there's a little mark on it that I can ease off. There you go. I mean, I would sell it as being a bit distressed, but then people like their leather distressed, don't they? It's quite a decent size. It's certainly enough for a weekender bag, gym bag, all the lovely keywords. It's not perfect. It's a bit bashed around. I think it just adds to its character. Hello, Jane. Jane Brown. Is that a pussycat I can see there in the... Lovely. Do enjoy a nice cat. I think I've been able to do a haul because finally my cats, after being home for nearly a week, have decided it's okay not to be on my lap. And I can have a moment to myself. There were no tags or anything inside that bag, so it's not some fancy brand. But for a £2 layout, it's got to be at least a 30 quid bag, so that'll do nicely. In my bag of goodies, I have a receipt. Oh yes, that was £5.50 spent on those things. That's all right. And then in the next shop, I spent £14.50. Sorry, it's a complicated looking receipt there. I know what's going on. First things I got. Oh, my phone's in there. Good job I spotted that. I picked up these because they're mad, and you know me in picking up mad things. They are squared off toe, kitten heel, but a chunky kitten heel, so you can actually walk in the damn things on a softer surface. Leather soles, and they are by Wealth of Nations, and this is by Judy French. So I think purple's having a bit of a moment again, isn't it? It certainly did quite a number of years ago, and this is probably where these came from. I would say the early noughties. But the ribbons were nice, the bows are good. They're in decent nick, often a bit of scuffing at the front. And yeah, I think someone will absolutely love those. What size are they? A 6. There we go, they're a 6, a perfect size for someone who likes purple. Talking of purple, here we go again with purple. There wasn't a whole great deal. I probably paid up for this, but they were £3, those shoes, by the way. I paid £4 for this, but I do quite well with what appear to be Aussie brands. This is Surf Australia Scoozy, SKOOZI. I like this because, again, it's very beachy, very hippie. Looks like a sarong, but it is actually a skirt with an elasticated waist. So it doesn't need to untie, which if you've ever tried to manhandle a sarong, that's the problem, isn't it? They don't stay tight, and that's a lovely kind of midi or maxi, depending. And it's all been hand painted. There's bits of gold on it. So I thought that was rather fun. And, I don't know what I'll get for it, but I bought that because I liked it. Hello, Debbie Pelosi. Hello, hello. It is all a very brief haul, I have to be honest, but I felt so bad I hadn't done it. I've been very much enjoying the ever-changing hair colours of Lex lately. It's amazing. And the red is fantastic, especially with that lipstick. It's like, wow. Real pop of colour. It's lovely. Now, these were on the jewellery stand, and I think they're quite vintage. I know you get new ones of these. They don't look anything. Someone obviously thought it was a necklace. It's not. It's one of those things that you stick a plant pot in with your spider plant traditionally and have it hanging up in your very 1970s retro kitchen. Now there's actually 2 of these, so I'll probably sell these as a pair, because I think why have one when you can have 2, if that's your kind of thing. Oh God, they're all knotted up as well. All knotted up. So there we go, the perfect retro thing. I always think of Andrea when I see things like this. There's hills. But you know, they were £1 each, so get 20 for the pair, maybe 15 for the pair. Who knows? Bread and buttery stuff. You're having an identity crisis. Aren't we all really sometimes? Who am I? Why am I here? What's going on? Just me? No, not really. A silk blouse. I will always pick up a good silk blouse. I like this colour actually. This isn't quite as purpley as it looks, although I suppose you'd describe it as a burgundy purple. A nice silk blouse by, let's get these off, don't like those. A reasonable brand, I think. I can't really remember. It's Sparkle and Fade. It's quite see-through, so it's one where you've got to wear a nice bra underneath. I do like a silk blouse, and they seem to sell reasonably well for me. There's a lot in the market, admittedly, but I like them, so I pick them up, and they do sell. So that is 100% silk. Right, my 2 last items, definitely finds. Definitely finds. Do not overlook the scarf department. And this, I've got to take this off though. I do wish they wouldn't they put a tag through the scarf. It's a silk scarf. It cost me £1.50, but they put a bloody hole in it. It should be alright because it's a good quality. Get an eye full of this. It's upside down. Nice big one. And those who know their makers will know instantly that is Liberty. And it even says it on the bottom there. It's the lilies. It's the irises, sorry, not lilies. They don't always have that. That's more 1970s when they actually print it on. But it also has its little tag, and that kind of typeface, I happen to know, is more or less 1970s. Now, for £1.50, I think that's a pretty good deal because it's in bloody excellent condition, apart from that teeny pinhole, which I will declare. That is gorgeous, and it has butterflies on it and irises. And the collar, I knew the minute I saw that, it was like, oh, hello. So when you find something like that, you keep looking, because chances are, where there's one, there might be another. And there was another. Thankfully, this time, they hadn't put the pin through the scarf. They put it through the tag. Now I'm going to show it and see if you can guess what it is, who it's by, just from the colours. Isn't that utterly, utterly fabulous? The colours are stunning. And for those of you who may not have guessed, this one is a bloody good brand too, Sony. Now I've got to do some research to confirm whether or not this is actually real, but it feels extremely good. But I will check and make sure, because Sony is, as anyone knows, pretty high end. What's that? Is that something on it? No. But that's so beautiful, and it even says it there. So I will do my research and find out the name of this beast, because it's lovely. I haven't found a decent scarf in a charity shop for a very, very long time. Back in the days when I was collecting scarves, I could find them fairly frequently. But of course, everyone knows about them now. But clearly, they didn't, and they didn't pay attention. So that was a very lucky score. I don't know how much either of those are worth, but the Liberty one has got to be at least £40 scarf, and the Missoni one possibly more. So that kind of made my morning a worthwhile little excursion. And that's the haul, all of the haul and nothing but the haul. Ah, Jules, hello. Mind you, I've actually just finished. It was a real quickie. But beautiful scarves. Don't overlook the scarves. Most of them are rubbish. But if you can tell, if it's worth your while having a look through some of the more neglected departments I tend to find in charity shops, they know and will price high clothing, ladies' clothing particularly, and shoes. What they tend to overlook, as we all know, are some areas of bric-a-brac, accessories of various sorts, and menswear. That's that. Not always, but that's kind of my thing, is that they tend to get overlooked. They're not people's area of expertise. So that's sometimes where treasures can be found. But, you never know all the brands. Missoni and Liberty are quite well-known brands, I would have thought, especially when they're printed on quite loudly. But there you go. That was my lucky break. The reselling goddess has smiled on me today. So I hope she smiles on you too, and that you will have a lovely week and find amazing treasures. Boot fairs this weekend. Yes, I have got one I will be going to. Taking my friend to. She'll be selling. I'll be going and buying. And I'm doing drumming this weekend too. A Caterham fair. I think they're calling it, or garden party or something similar. And me and the North Down drummers are going to be making a hell of a lot of noise at the fair. So that'll be cool. And I like drumming. It's a good de-stressor. You can't be worrying about anything else while you're drumming. It just doesn't work. So lovely to see you all. Anyone that's not in the chat, hi anyway. And someone's just joined us. You can always watch it back. I will see you all later, my lovelies. Take care. Bye-bye. Here we go. Got to remember which button to push now, haven't I? Bye-bye now. Yes.